Greeks could rule the world. Alexander did. He took a Greek army to the far Indus. There was nothing left to conquer. The world was his. But Alexander is dead. His empire is gone. And so we live in evil days. The free men of Greece have turned on each other instead of their proper enemies, those who envy all the Greeks have done. Alexander must weep if the dead weep. I would weep in his place, but I would also hope. The world turns. What was may come again. The fates still spin the web of men's lives. So now, perhaps the gods wish Greeks to be great again. Perhaps a new Alexander will take up the sword. Bring order where there is chaos. Remake the world of men to a better plan.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Seleucid Empire. Yes, I told you all in a message on YouTube that we were going to do something special because it is December. And I know there's like a saying, I think it's just mostly used to like sell cars and other stuff around Christmas, which is December to remember, but I'm taking it in a more special way, which is this is the December for us to remember where my channel started and where Total War games were years ago for many of us who played these. And if you didn't play it, that's okay. Now, what are we in? Well, we're in a Seleucid campaign. This is a short campaign, and I figured we could play through this and hopefully have a little fun. We have to own 15 provinces and destroy or outlast Egypt. That is our only mission. So destroying Egypt would be good, and then holding 15 provinces, I think, was the other thing. So let's take a look at what we have available to us. We have Antioch, which is our capital city. We have our faction leader at Antioch, which is a 4-star leader. Got some good influence and management. And if we take a look, there should be the leader of this army. And then it also shows us a little bit about the character's bodyguard unit there. And I have to say, I really like that they made this remastered. There are a lot of niceties that just make this so much better than trying to play the original. I love the original game. Always has a special place in my heart. But man, it was a mess to try and play because it was just so ancient. Now, we have a spy over here, Philip, who's in the service of the Seleucid Empire. We should probably... I see a road down here, and I believe that's like the Hanging Gardens. So we'll go down here and just kind of do some scouting. I don't remember the map perfectly, so I don't remember where all the settlements are at. If I'm taking a look around, our factionaire is out here at Babylonia, which is another large town. We're going to need to be able to grow towns. We're going to need to be able to reach out and touch people, meaning destroy them, in other words. We are currently at 3,000 in our treasury, and we are making, let's see, it says next turn income 49.57. So we got quite a lot of income that we're going to be working through. Let's take a look at our settlements and what we can build. What's available to us. Like Tarsus here is just a minor settlement. It does have a small garrison here as well, just some peasants and a militia hoplite, so nothing special there. Let's head back over to the settlement view. There's a lot of things that can be handy in these early settlements, one of which, of course, is going to be a shrine of some sort. We've got the shrine to Dionysius here, which is going to give us extra public order, which is honestly pretty handy. This one's going to upgrade our weapons, but it's going to have a little bit of an order bonus. And then this one over here gives us order bonus and population growth, which is kind of nice. I kind of like the Shrine of Dionysius, just kind of... Dionysus? Yeah, however we say that. And then, of course, farms, mines, all that kind of stuff are good. We'll build that kind of stuff eventually, but I'm going to get a shrine started there. I'm going to take a look at Antioch. And these larger cities, you start to have potentially a little more issues going on. If we go to the settlement details, for instance, it'll show us the public order, which at the current is quite good because we have a garrison here, which keeps it quite steady. You have to watch squalor in these larger settlements. Certain buildings are going to bring in squalor. Some are going to take it down, you know, like sewers and other stuff like that. Let's throw a trader in here. Well, of course, a Greek militia barracks would be good to practice ranges, so that would give us peltist. We could get access to elephants right here, which would be very handy. And then levy pikes and stuff as well. So let's take a look. We do have the shrine here as well. But let's go ahead and maybe grab a militia barracks here, get access to better infantry. Eventually, we could get a hold of Silver Shield legionaries, which are really quite fun to intersperse with your kind of Alexandrian type pike units. I like being able to intersperse them. Let's see, we could use the population growth here in this smaller settlement. And then let's go over here to Babylonia. And let's get the barracks there as well. So we spent a little bit of our money. We could start moving some armies around, and I think I will. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Our army is going to be really craptacular to begin with. Yeah, we've got very little in way of good troops here. And if I recruit troops, we have to get to 12,000 to upgrade right now. We are at this income, we're at 5,000 population, and we're growing at 3%. Probably would be good to have some units, but like if I take a look at what we can recruit, it's just militia hoplites, and if we finish this one, it'll open up levy pikes as well, which would be handy. So let's go ahead and end this turn. Now remember, in this game, hoplites are not the same as Rome 2. Hoplites act like an Alexandrian phalanx, with just shorter spears, essentially. So it's going to be far more similar to that. Those type of phalanx units are really not great in terms of operating inside a settlement, but they are quite good otherwise. I'm going to send him on a mission that direction. I forget you have missions and stuff you can send your character on here too. We could send him to spy there on the Parthian agent. Our spy was killed. Sweet. Well, he sucks. And got his just rewards for sucking. Let's see. Our messages here. Spy agent found. End of turn. We completed some shrines. And what I like to do is take a look. So like if we look at our settlements, we should get indicators just from the outset, but we also can just go to our, well, we can do it a few different ways, if I remember right. So we've got the building browsers, constructions. Man, it's been a while since I played this one. I probably, where was it? Locate settlements. Settlement details. View settlement. No, I don't want to view it on the battle map. Make the settlement the capital. No. I want to say there was like an easier way that I could pop this up and like just quickly rifle through settlements. There's some kind of manager. I'm trying to remember where it's at now. Wiki. Where was it? Where was it? It was somewhere. That's the construction queue. And I'm going to remember here in just a minute. It's just the settlement button, settlement income, settlement details, building browsers, no. Well, crap. I don't remember where it's at. I remember finding it. It was like a little thing I could pop up on the screen, but now I don't remember exactly where it's at. If you all remember, let me know. But it's been a while since I played, so I don't really exactly recall how to get it to pull up. But we can do it this way. We still have something building there, and usually there's an indicator, like right here, means that we're constructing stuff. And man, where was that? It was like a faction screen, maybe? Factions, Senate, factions. New followers. No, it wasn't the faction screen. There it was. All right, so we have to click off all of the settlements, and then we can quickly go through them like this. Okay, this is the screen I wanted, because it tells us if we're recruiting things, it tells us if we're building. Yeah, that's handy. That's what I needed, and I finally got it here. Let's build let's actually build the roads. That'll help us move more quickly, and I think it improves trade. We've got a building available to us here as well. Probably ought to put in a wooden palisade. Having walls can be handy. And these ones that just take a single turn to build are pretty simplistic. And this is another small settlement, so I'll do this one that grows it. Alright, so we've got buildings being built. It wouldn't hurt me to have a couple of extra militia hoplites, and we've still got a couple of turns for this barracks to be complete. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of recruiting here. We just have this crappy militia cavalry, which is not going to be great, but I'm going to recruit a couple of militia hoplites here. Let's end our turn. Our diplomat is en route. We're making good money, which means we should be able to build up a pretty sizable army, and I intend to. But prior to building that army, sometimes it's okay. Like, I know some people like to be hyper-aggressive, and you certainly can be. But sometimes it's okay to kind of take your time and build up the base here a little bit. Which is certainly something we would be capable of here. So this is another... So we're at Damascus. It's a smaller settlement at the moment, so... Go ahead and build the shrine here, and then Tarsus... in a small settlement. Let's go for the income first. Then Hatra, we've only got a couple of options. I'm probably not going to be recruiting there, so let's just do the land clearance. And then Seleucia here. There's the militia barracks that we can build out there. And again, it might be handy, but paved roads all the way out there would be pretty handy as well. But we don't have any shrines at the moment, so let's grab a shrine. Honestly... let's cancel that one, because back here we actually probably will recruit in this settlement at some point. Will we, though? It's probably a little bit far out of the way. Let's just go ahead and do the standard shrine there. And then Sardis. Doesn't really matter out of these ones, in my opinion, which one we do. We're still doing our little bit of recruiting, but mostly I'm concerned with building stuff at the moment. Halicarnassus is owned by rebels, and if we take it, we get the... I think there's a wonder there, isn't it, too? It's like the Colossus of Rhodes we take over, if I remember right. Let's go ahead and end our turn here. We'll get a little bit of intel here. I'm going to fast forward that character. I've still hit the space bar just out of habit. Oh, look at the Egyptians already after us, huh? I think they just sieged us.
Greetings.
All right, Pontus wants trade rights and map information.
Oh,
we
thanks.
absolutely accept that. Okay, let's see. So Egypt is already on our borders, attacking us. That's not a surprise. Egypt is gonna be our enemy. Did they attack us, though? No, they didn't. I thought they were, but they didn't. They're kind of just standing there. Are we at war with them, by the way? I don't remember if we have really like a diplomacy screen up here or not. Action summary, rankings, finance list. Yeah, enemies. Okay, so we're not technically at war with Egypt yet. Okay, but they very well may declare war on us soon, and I would not be shocked by such a move. We can recruit more troops here, so let's get in here. And we can now get some levy pikes as well. Let's grab a couple of those. And then at Antioch, we're going to need to continue to build buildings as well. We've got a lot of options. We have the city barracks, which would give us access to phalanx pikemen, which are certainly better. We've got the access to Greek cavalry would be nice. Now remember, though, recruitment's a little bit weird in terms of how we replenish and stuff, so it will change things up a little. At these larger cities, you can certainly run into squalor issues too, so I might just go ahead and let's stick in this shrine here that upgrades weapons. That could be kind of a nice touch. And then let's take a look at our other settlements and like just kind of continue making as many upgrades as we can. Get our large town out here. It's Seleucia. Yeah, it's out here. And paved roads are always helpful because we can move faster and farther. Let's get those paved roads into place. Again, income still looking very stable. We're kind of doing some light recruiting. We might... What do we have available in some of these smaller settlements? We might want to make couple more units available. We don't want to do like way too much recruiting in these little bitty towns because it'll hurt their growth. All we can get is peasants there, so it's totally pointless. And then... yeah, let's do a little bit of recruitment over here. We want these towns to grow so that we can improve them. But at the same time, like, we want to try and maximize... hang on, what was that? Is our idle... diplomatic relation? Did we have an idle unit?
Yes, my lord.
I don't believe we did. And again, if we take a look at his missions, let's cancel this mission. Let's negotiate with Pergamum. Okay. So we've got him on his mission. I don't believe I have any other agents. We might be able to recruit an agent, but I'm not super concerned about it right now, to be honest. Egypt was in our territory, but it's gonna march back to their own here. So I'm doing a little bit of turtling early. I feel like we can afford it at the moment. That depends. So Parthia was like, unless they declare war, they are interested in trade rights and map information as well, which I'm happy to have. So appreciate Parthia's cooperation. Here's Armenia on our doorstep. It's gonna be more of the same there. Again, good news for us. So a little bit of trade and map information goes a long ways. We have a suitable husband. And we can accept this husband, which I believe is going to get us another character. He is actually stationed here at Antioch, and I believe we need a character over at Tarsus. They can act as governors, and they can command their own army. So it's usually helpful to do that. Okay. Let's take a look at our building queue. And Antioch is going to need something new here. And let's go ahead. Man, I'd really like to get a hold of archers. Archers would be super important. So I might go ahead and start building towards that. And I'm going to continue. We want to build our towns as much as possible. It's going to resound to our benefit in terms of providing income and stability and stuff like that. And make sure that we have some garrisons spread out here as well. We can't really recruit anything in Tarsus at the moment. I could take a couple of extra troops over there, though. Let's do that. And then here, we're still recruiting levy pikes, so that's fine. We are pretty weak out here at Hatra as well. But until I finish that barracks, we're not going to be able to add anything substantial there. There we go. That should work. That should work. Alright, let's end our turn again. We do have an inactive fleet that it is reminding us of, so let's go. Our fleet is sitting here, not accomplishing much, and not much to accomplish over here. Other than maybe... it could sail around and get us some income, but we'll probably just end up getting attacked by pirates. I'll just start heading back to one of my ports. We might get hit by pirates on the way, we'll see. Rhodes is its own settlement that's owned by the Greek, but Halicarnassus has the Mausoleum, and then of course Rhodes has the Colossus, so we'll want to check out both of those. Boy, turn-ins are fast on this game, are they not? Pretty wild how quick that goes. Now we can get militia hoplites. I'm going to put a couple in that garrison as well. Sometimes just having like a few good units in the garrison, especially when they're phalanx units like you get with these factions, can be the difference between surviving kind of an overwhelming siege and losing your settlement. Phalanx units are supremely powerful in choke points if you can get them into the right situation and the right position. Because in this game, I mean, the phalanx units are essentially wood chippers from the front. And whatever bodies get thrown in get chewed up and spit out on the other end. And that's just kind of the way they work. And they're quite good at it. Let's see here. Do a little bit more levy pikes, so we're going to just kind of continue to slowly recruit here still. We're working on our barracks there. Let's in fact go up to the screen again. Damascus is going to need a building project. Only thing left is these farms. That settlement's not too far away from a growth situation. Got a path blocked. That is our admiral, who's blocked at the moment, but we should be able to move along now. Alright, yeah, we'll just move on home here. Idle resources. That was our fleet. We took care of it. We accepted the husband. We had a coming of age. And that was over at Seleucia. Do we have a character out here? I do not. It's a little bit dangerous, but I might take this new character. I'm going to spread some of them out. I'm going to send them over to Hatra. You can run into like rebel armies and stuff sometimes and get killed if you send them alone. That's why I sent a couple of units with them, just in case. But we're going to spread these characters out to kind of give us the best positioning with our armies. This is so different than newer Total War games. I tend to be like hyper aggressive in the new ones. Let's see, trade rights and map information.
A most generous proposal.
Okay. Alright, so we got trade rights and map info from the Greeks. Those trade rights are worth a good deal of money to us. We definitely want to hold on to those. Especially as we... Ooh, Antiochus dies, so our faction leader is down. Which is a little bit disconcerting, so I may... This is now our faction leader, and I want him to get the battle experience. It's going to take a while, but I'm actually going to swing him all the way over to our capital. I'm going to go ahead and put this young sprout back over here. And then I am going to go ahead and maybe send a couple of militia hoplites over here to help with the garrison. There we go. So we swapped units around a little bit. It'll work out one way or the other. Recruiting is still looking good at Antioch. Let's take a look at our building situation. So at Tarsus, there are still buildings. We can get a farm and a mine. And then at Hatra, I don't know if we have any other buildings. No, there's no other buildings we can do at Hatra. The best thing we can do is just let it grow. And we could assist that when those militia hoplites arrive. If these are peasants, yeah, we can disband those peasants and assist the growth speed there. Because right now we're not building anything, and we'd be better off to let it grow instead. Let's take a look here at the next building. Cavalry. Well, we got a ton of stuff that needs built out here. Now, I mean, if you just end up with like an absolute ton of money, you can queue up a bunch of buildings, but we also don't really need to at the moment because our empire is relatively small, pretty easy to take care of. It's not the end of the world. We have children being born. Brudii and the Brudii and the Greeks are at war. Let's take a look at the missions here. Negotiate with Halicarnassus. Negotiate. So we've got stuff brokered. We'd have to go all the way around. Oh man, we gotta go like all the way around the Black Sea if we go that way. Dang. Kinda sucks. I might just come this way and start getting intel then, since we've already brokered a deal with the Greeks. Alright, our navy's almost home. I mean, money-wise, we are extremely stable, despite me having recruited more troops. We've got a lot of buildings on the way. And oh my gosh, Armenia is not interested in peace. War were declared.
We are besieged.
Yeah, that's not ideal for me. That was before my reinforcements got there too. So Armenia wanted the trade rights and the map information, and what they really meant by trade rights was never-ending, unending war to make a statement against all who have ever lived in our empire. I'm going to I am going to just take all of these troops, start marching out to ward off the Armenians. Antioch is going to be mad now because they don't have a governor, and we just removed the entire garrison. So I'm going to move that character back over to Antioch. And I need to get this general together with this other army, so I'm going to try and combine these, and then we'll see if we can push them back. Now, they have a lot of crappy troops, but it's still going to be dangerous. Well, I had intended for these guys to come and help garrison over there as well, so let's move them that way. And then let's take a look. So Antioch's a little upset right now because basically everybody's away from home, so it's understandable. Means we might want to further stabilize public order here, so we can build this building and take care of that. Hatra is under siege. There was nothing for us to build there anyway. And then Damascus is going to be the same way now. There's nothing for us to build in Damascus. We're just waiting for population growth, which is not going to be long. In fact, if we have a peasant here, we can disband this peasant unit. So disbanded, and that will probably put us over the line for some pop growth on the next turn. Marriage celebrations, settlement besieged, got it. Town expands at Sardis. Let's go take a look at that. So with Sardis expanding, I will go ahead and queue in the governor's villa there. Alright, there goes our diplomat, trying to make the long way around. Egypt's got their diplomat here, so they may be...
Greetings!
Oh, they want trade rights and map information, but we know what that means now as well. We know what it means. Want a little bit of information before I come and invade. And speaking of, they have an army right on my border because my other one just left. So that is not ideal. We need to start recruiting more troops. Alright, so... things getting a little dicey already. Yeah, see this Egyptian army right here on my border. Not making me feel particularly comfortable. I'm gonna start training some troops. And then I would love to beat back Armenia. I can move here. And then I can join here. And then I can bring this army to get ready to come meet up as well. And then I'm going to give an attack order there. We can get them on the next turn, so we'll be able to strike back. Armenia may come and attack us on the next turn before we can do anything about it. If that's the case, then it is what it is. There's very little that I can do about that at the moment. But we will be able to do something about it on the next turn. I intend to. Oh man, one of the ladies in her family died. That's unfortunate, because that'll hurt our family tree. Construction reports from past turns. Just get rid of all these so I can track only the new stuff here. Alright. Let's end another one. We'll get our first battle here against Armenia. I forget how much longer it takes to train armies on this game as well. It's considerably longer. Plus, you can send small armies all over the place, which totally changed the dynamics of what you're up against. Yeah, they're going to invade us here before our forces can arrive to reinforce. It's understandable. It's possible we could win this, and you might be saying, how? It's actually not likely at all. I'm gonna just go ahead and auto-resolve it. It's possible we might get in the very just right spot and be able to corner camp these guys, but they got a lot of archers, horse archers, other stuff. They're probably gonna get us, and this will just end up being a waste of time. So let's just auto-resolve it. Why did my guy just moonwalk back there? That was rather strange. And it's also weird, the AI, to like insist on taking Hatra right in front of me when I have an army that's literally going to just crush them on the very next turn. So, like, well done, geniuses, well done. I'm gonna build some rams and then continue the siege. And then I've got more troops. So yeah, you're not exactly in good shape there, Armenia. That was not a solid move. Let's see here. Let's take a look at our browser. Tarsus is building. Antioch. Another building queue open and available. Public order still struggling a little bit here because of the reduced garrison, but that means it's going to struggle whenever we leave as well. Let's maybe just go ahead and build another temple upgrade. A lot of times those temples are super helpful in those larger settlements. We can construct the governor's villa there. And Yeah, let's see here. Might need to do some recruiting from here soon because we got that war with Armenia going. So just having some unit availability is going to be better than none. Town expands, we handled it. Let's see here, construction report, excellent, and a turn. Money's still good, we're still in the positive. So there we go. We're still making decent money. And that should improve. Oh, Egypt. Take it easy. No need for violence. I mean, there probably is because it's a total war game, but... Oh, sweet. These guys are going to sally out against me. Good. We can take advantage of this. I'll see you on the battlefield. Okay, they are sallying out. I'm going to drop my siege equipment here, and I've got some militia hoplites that I'm going to run forward with immediately. I've got levy pikes. We're basically going to try and seal the enemy in. So here we go. Boy, man, it has been a long time since I've controlled units on this game. I gotta remember the phalanx hotkey here. What is it? Special ability phalanx F2. Seems like it should be easier than that. Alright, so that's a group of archers. They're not gonna do well anyway. Let's get our guys off of skirmish mode. Bring these units up. Skirmish mode. Some of my hoplites were already in formation apparently, or I accidentally put them all into formation all at the same time. Come on, get up and run. Alright. Those militia hoplites are not in the world's best position because of the way that I screwed them up into battle. Let's continue to surround this situation. Let's go into phalanx with these guys. Phalanx, push. Phalanx, push. Phalanx. Okay, I've got all my units headed into a hoplite phalanx and pushing forward. The enemy units are not going to be well suited to fighting us, period. Certainly not well suited to fighting us inside the phalanx formation. It's my commander. My commander's unit is rather large and powerful, but you do run the risk in this game. Every time your general rolls into combat, he could very well be dead. That is simply the way it works here. So the enemy troops are already routing, and the way they sally out, they'll kind of just continue to sally out against us. They do have horse archers back there firing at me, which is problematic, and then they sallied a unit out over here as well. That is another horse archer unit. Let's actually take our militia cav and run out here and have some fun with it. We're getting shot by a tower over here, by the way, too, which is annoying. To keep an eye out for our commander and make sure we don't get shot there like that. Alright, all these guys are routing. I'm actually just gonna walk a phalanx like right up to the gate where they won't have any room to move. Okay, pull all those units out. Let's go grab a ram and let's bust some holes in the wall. And then I'm gonna move around here. See my militia hoplites pushing in here. I'm just going to try and basically push the enemy into the gates, and see when they come out, they'll just have no choice but to come right into an absolute wood chipper of a situation there. Okay, got some attack orders. We're going to move the rams up. I'm going to see if we can just get into melee with those horse archers. I don't know if we can catch them or not. Horse archers are tremendously fast on this game. Kind of notoriously difficult to catch up to. And I'm not really sure how we'll do in a melee. There we go, we actually killed some of them. There's more of them coming out the gates. I might just keep at this for a minute. We're taking a lot of damage on our militia cavalry, but it's just militia cavalry, and I'm honestly not overly concerned about their welfare if I'm being very honest about the situation. was thinking we can move. Yeah, we can move with our Sarissas down. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to... There we go. That should get the Sarissas down. I'm a little bit overextended here with the old militia cavalry. But it got some damage done. Oh, cataphracts, huh? I did not notice they had a unit of cataphracts. That's potentially problematic. If by potentially problematic, I mean definitely problematic. Alright, let's see. My militia hoplites not responding the way that I wanted them to. They might rout as well. It's gonna take me a little to try and get used to this game again. One thing about hoplites is a little different than, say, like these actual Alexandrian phalangists here. The hoplites are going to be a little better outside of hoplite formation in melee combat. Like, they tend to come with a little better armor and shield and stuff like that. They're also fewer in number, so their stats are usually a little bit higher, like just on a, you know, same for same type of basis. Alright, well, the enemy pushed through me over here. We're going to go ahead and attack the walls so we can get in and make a move on the town center. So I'm tired of waiting around out here. However, the enemy is kindly sacrificing their troops to these Sarissa gods, and I'm happy to take these guys to school in terms of Sarissa-induced pain and suffering. I'm going to pull this militia hoplite back up here. Yeah, I mean, this levy pikeman's going to get a lot of kills, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, these guys just marching out right into our waiting Sarissas. See if I can push in here a little bit and get some... There we go. All that trash just went routing. And we've almost got a hole in their gates here. Nice. Nice. All right. Yep, there we go. And then we've got another one on the way. I don't know what's going on over there with all those units. It's our routing militia hoplites. They brought a horse archer around behind me, which is a little bit annoying, but
the enemy walls are down.
Not really the end of the world. I'm
beneath their ruins.
gonna pull these units through the hole in the wall.
Our soldiers are at the walls.
Both
Now
those
they
units
must
out of
battle their way
phalanx.
through.
Awesome. Trying to keep my general back because you do have these situations where they're going to end up under fire from a tower. This is where pikemen can be problematic inside of a settlement because it's hard to get them properly organized. When you do, they are quite powerful, but it is difficult to do so. It ended up working out here. I'm going to move over here and see if we can capture the gate. And I'm going to start moving my levy pikes this way. Same thing here. And I believe the gates should open here momentarily as we move in behind them. I believe that lets us capture the gatehouse. Yep, wooden gatehouse is ours. So we can now move in. This is pointless now. Let's drop the ram. I'm going to actually just start moving in. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I've got multiple units. What we need to do is take a militia hoplite, spread it out to about street length. We'll back it up over here as well. Okay. Drop the ram, dunces. Now throw some javelins at him. Okay, I'm gonna get the pikes down here and start the slow walk up to the settlement, and then it's gonna be same thing here. Pikes down, and then start marching forward. See if we can get this stuff headed in the right direction. All their archers are gonna be super annoying. And again, we can form the phalanx in town. This Eastern general just got into us without me being in a phalanx, so it is very possible that those levy pikes are going to die. in their entirety if they can't get their pikes down properly. I'm gonna bring my own commander up in here. So yeah, settlement battles can get pretty dicey in terms of successfully using pike phalanxes. As you can see, my guys are facing the complete opposite direction of where they need to be, because CA's never quite gotten pikes all the way right, or pathfinding for that matter. I cannot get my pikes turned around into those units. Could start making my way this way. I could take my own commander in and try and fight the Eastern General, but Eastern Generals are tough. And I've also got my own pikes now here, which is potentially problematic in the sense that we are getting absolutely smashed by that Eastern General at the moment. I'm gonna have to bring another pike levy up and try and get them into phalanx and march them forward. That's why I'm kind of slow marching these guys down the street. I have to keep their pikes down, or else the same thing could happen to us, and we could feasibly lose this battle if that were to continue in that fashion. See, like, these guys picking their pikes up as they walk forward. That cataphract got into them. Sometimes you can push the backspace button too and actually get the pikes down. We can slay these cataphracts if we can get our pikes into them, but see right there how our pikes weren't down properly? The cataphracts broke our formation and are just absolutely crushing my units. So you don't want... Oh, great, here we go. That Eastern General crushed my other unit. It's now coming for vengeance on the next one. However, we are in a pretty excellent porcupine formation here, and I do believe that Eastern General is not going to do well here. That cataphract unit's starting to take some damage as well. We need to push another unit in. We are running low on troops, but the, well, we were crushing the enemy commander with our pikes down, but he still managed to kind of get this funky positioning on me. This unit is getting absolutely battered. I'm going to take their pikes up, because sometimes you can get friendly fire on your own pikes. I'm going to charge my commander in here and see if we can scare off that Eastern General, who is otherwise completely and totally owning us. I lost another militia hoplite to that cataphract because I can't keep my pikes down in the midst of the street battle. Cataphracts are brutally effective. You know, it'd be cool to not lose my first battle here, but it kind of looks like we're going to. That will certainly be beneficial to us.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us.
Okay, I'm gonna run forward over here. If we're going to win anywhere, it's gonna be there. These units just cannot keep their sarissas down and forward. It's usually better to just brace them for an assault, but again, whenever they end up in these streets, see how they're kind of getting pushed weird? Now this unit has broken through. Yeah, that cataphract is doing some hardcore cheesing on me right now in terms of just breaking my formations. Our commander is really our only chance of winning this battle at this point, so... and if he dies, I think it's our faction leader. Let's hope we can win. I think we finally routed the cataphract, or at least one of them. There was two. No, that's a horse archer. We have not routed the cataphract. Wishful thinking, Air. Wishful thinking. I do have a peltist unit. Let's bring that in. Alright, my commander is fighting all their garbage over here. They do have archers, peltists, stuff that my commander should do very, very well against. I mean, their guys did pretty well head on into a phalanx, so I would appreciate some benefit of the doubt here. Their cataphracts destroyed me and are now on the way to fight my general, and that's not good. I'm gonna see if my militia cavalry can break their charge. If I can break the charge of that cataphract, that would be super helpful. Alright, the cataphract's routed. And we've got a chain route going. There we go. Wow, that was close. Ugly battle. Alright, we're just going to occupy this settlement. We don't want to massacre our own people, you know, because Armenia had just taken it from me, so there's no need for me to massacre the Armenians just for my own good. Alright, so we're faction leader here at Hatra, and I'm trying to remember exactly what they did with retraining here. Typically in Rome 2, you had to have the actual barracks present to retrain. I want to say that may still be the case. But let's see what happens. I know we can retrain the militia hoplites because we have the barracks for it. I thought they had made a thing where you could retrain without necessarily having the building. I guess they didn't. Maybe it was where they retrained barbarians. I don't remember. That is one thing that can be kind of tricky about Rome 2, the way you retrain things can be a bit ugly. Oh man, we got armies all around us. This is gonna get ugly real fast. And Armenia is like far spread way out here to our north. Fortunately, they shared map information with me though, so I know where they have some settlements, and I can take advantage of that.
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
They accept a ceasefire? No, they consider that demanding. Okay, well, continue to die. I mean, feel free. It's up to you. But you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm going to recruit a couple more troops there. We are recruiting troops still at Antioch. And I recruited a few troops here. There is a small rebel faction here.
Yes, my lord. Prepare for battle.
It says that they're going to beat us down. They just have standard hoplites. I don't think they'll beat us. We can kill them, and then that will hopefully help with some experience and stuff for this army. Okay, the battle is underway. The AI is outnumbered, and I'm hoping to use that to my advantage. We're going to avoid contact with them and try and essentially create a bad situation for them. So see, like right here as they maneuver, so we're gonna attempt to outmaneuver them. So like right there, I'm attacking that one from the flank. I'm gonna be able to get this one from the flank as well. I can run up here behind this one and attack from the flank. But see, they're getting a flank on me as well. It's not a great situation. Attacking these standard hoplite units from the front is going to be a massacre on me. I'm going to get the attacked in the rear penalty. Look at that. We did manage to rout one immediately. I can reform here. And then we can now push this one from all three sides. Those hoplites got absolutely massacred. The attacked in the rear by my peasants. So here you go, peasants. MVPs. There we go. And that's going to be that, folks. Alright, so we got our solid victory there over those rebels. They were probably causing damage to my settlement, my income, all that kind of stuff. Let's retrain the troops that we need to there. Speaking of retraining, we're in the process of it there. We do have Egypt very much right on our border, so things about to get spicy. We have idle resources. It's our fleet, which doesn't really matter too much, but we can come down here and at least get a little bit of intel on the Egyptians. So might as well do that. Diplomatic information, trade increase, constructions. Income is really quite good at the moment. That's good news, because we are at a war, and income needs to be good. Parthia back here as well. I don't really want to end up having to march north. I wish that Armenia hadn't attacked me, because I would have rather taken... here comes Egypt. They're going to do me the same business. So they're going to siege us. I do have a decent number of militia hoplites there. We may be able to bottleneck them. It depends on whether they brought a bunch of archers where they can mow me down. Accept or we will attack. Their demands give us 1900, 1600. I I guess you're extorting me?
Our thanks.
I'll agree to it at the moment because I just rather part with my runny than have to fight another war on that flank. But I mean, I guess I'm not shocked that everybody hates the Seleucids. Gotta be jealous of the people with the amazing silver outfits. Makes sense. Alright, so let's take a look at this army. Yeah, we are not able to retrain our levies here. That sucks. But we did beat them back, and at least cause some damage for now. Parthi is acting like they may come after me too. We have a war on literally every front here. Like, I'll just have every settlement like turtled up being attacked. So Damascus is now under siege. I have 5 units of militia hoplites. It depends on how many archers that the Egyptians have brought. And if the answer is none, then they're in trouble. I don't really think they have much that they can accomplish. If the answer is a lot, then the flip side is true, and we are in deep doo-doo. Let's see, Sardis here has a lot of buildings available. Let's just start queuing these up. There we go, I'm gonna queue up some buildings there because we have the money to do so. We're gonna need troops. We need troops. I'm tempted to just kind of increase garrisons across the board right now while we have the opportunity, because clearly we are being invaded, and invaded rather rapidly. Gonna need better units here. Greek cavalry would be super helpful. It's not a particularly strong cavalry, but it would still be helpful. I think I'm gonna go ahead and recruit some militia hoplites there, and then honestly I'm probably gonna go ahead and do the same. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna go across the board here, recruiting those units. Well, it got a little spicier, a little quicker than I thought it would in this first episode, but that's good. We're gonna have some fun with it. We'll see how we survive. Let's end one more turn and see if the Egyptians attack me here. So I'll try and squeeze that into this episode, but if they don't, we'll just pick it up on the next one. But I'm kind of expecting attacks from basically everybody else around. Yep, here comes Pontus. It says, give us the money or we'll attack, and then here they are. So, you know what? Fool me once, shame on me. And you're not gonna fool me twice. Yeah, here comes Pontus. Just ready to have at me. Everybody wants map rights, everybody wants information. Here comes another giant Armenian army. If they have cataphracts, we are in some serious trouble. But in a defensive stance, I can probably hold off the cataphracts. If it's just a bunch of Eastern spearmen or something, which it may very well be, we might be alright. Like, I'm gonna actually, can we merge units? Yes, merge selected units, there we go. I'm gonna merge all those into one more useful unit. I'm gonna grab us another militia hoplite, should time allow. We may have to bring reinforcements over, so let's grab another militia hoplite. I grab another militia cavalry there too. And then we've got 2 settlements under siege now, which is certainly not ideal. I don't see archers here though, so if they want to attack me, they can attack me. We're taking a bit of attrition here. At war. Settlement under siege. 5 turns until the settlement runs out of food. You should send reinforcements. Well, we'll see whether they continue their siege or whether they attack me. They might attack me. I could send reinforcements from here. Let's go ahead and just grab... I'm gonna put some more militia hoplites out, and then I'm gonna just grab this army. Actually, might be able to defeat this Pontic army because it's just a very small one. Yeah, it's just Hillmen. The auto-resolve says we're gonna take a beating, but we're not. So let's kill the Hillmen and I'll end this episode. Well, I'm busy closing the distance to the enemy troops here. And they are going to make a desperation charge into my militia hoplites, which is going to result in the death of a lot of Eastern spearmen in relatively short order. I kind of expected them to die quicker, but I guess my guys didn't technically get their phalanxes down. I'm going to attempt to enforce that. There we go. So we sent the first unit of hillmen packing. And let's do the same. I'm going to move forward. This time if they charge me, I'll be ready on the backspace order here. But the hillmen are bravely fleeing away from us. I think that they're actually going to flee all the way off the map. If I remember right, the AI does that. So, well, no, they're not going to do it here. Plate. F2. Let's get our phalanx dropped here. I heard the charge horn, that eastern charge. Alright. Got the spears down, marching forward. Provide an inviting... There we go, I got it halted. They should just collapse under the front of my phalanx here. I'm gonna run this unit around and outflank the enemy. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack from behind with this unit. And that's gonna be the end of the hillmen. This is the part where they realized that they had no prayer in this battle. They were outnumbered and outmatched. I would say outgunned, but there are no guns present, so that won't play a role. There we go, we're gonna end the battle, and that'll also end the episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll see you soon back in the Seleucid Empire.